Times Now has accessed exclusive documents that show that for the last 13 years, not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years, 13 years, ladies and gentlemen, Maureen Vadra, mother of Robert Vadra, has been enjoying an elaborate round-the-clock security cover at her posh Delhi residence. And we, the people, the taxpayers, have been footing that bill.
These exclusive documents in possession of Times Now expose that there are 6 policemen, yes, 6 cops, as many as half a dozen policemen to secure VVIP mum-in-law. In fact, documents with Times Now expose that the security cover has been provided by the Delhi police, and the cost to you, dear taxpayer, is going to be 1 crore every single year. Gandhi VIP SARS, that's the hashtag we are putting out. It's Priyanka Gandhi's mother-in-law also, who's now eligible for VVIP security at the taxpayer's expense.
And I want to bring in Nikunj Garg, our internal securities editor, who has actually broken this story, who has the documents in his possession. Nikunj Garg, talk us through this story. Under what conditions has the mother of Robert Vadra, the mother-in-law of Priyanka Vadra, been given security?
Well, Rahul, let me put it in context for our viewers. Government of India provides security for 2 reasons. One is threat-based security cover, other is statue-based security cover. Like the President of India or the Prime Minister of this country get a statue-based security cover. They have to be guarded round the clock by the government guards. That's a constitutional provision. And then there is a threat-based security assessment committee chaired by the Union Home Secretary in the Ministry of Home Affairs, which provides the threat-based security to various individuals. That process is also followed by the state police forces. Now, this becomes a little more controversial because the Delhi police directly reports to the Ministry of Home Affairs, and they have been dealing with this business, as the documents that we have accessed very clearly prove, because it says that the meeting of the Security Review Committee Police Headquarters, Police Headquarters, was held on 7/2/27, and after thorough examination of each case, it has been decided that security cover in respect of the following protectees may be continued. Now, every individual in this list, Rahul, that we have accessed, there are 68 individuals. There is a reason given. There is a reason given why this individual has been provided security cover, like Shri Raju Arora and Pawan Arora, important witnesses in the murder case of their brother Jasbir Singh. Like in another case ordered by the High Court. Like in another case, it's a statue-based cover to the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. Now, when we come to 26th number, comes Srimati Maureen Vadra. Now, look at the reason provided. The reason provided is mother-in-law of Srimati Priyanka Gandhi. There is no threat, there is no statue-based requirement, there is no legal provisions at all. The police headquarters decides at its own level. It says X/PHQ, which means that the Commissioner of Police Delhi, in the successive years under duress, I cannot speak for that, or under some kind of political understanding, have been providing this security cover, which continues till this day.
That the Union Ministry of Home Affairs has no clue about this, Nikunj. Is that what you're telling us? That's a huge statement.
Well, yes, Rahul, because the document itself says so. I am only quoting out of the document, as I am only reporting the story. I am not, the political slugfest or the cost to exchequer is something that the others can draw, but I am only reporting what solid facts are on the papers. It clearly says Srimati Maureen Vadra, mother-in-law of Srimati Priyanka. That's the reason assigned. And then it says X/PHQ, which means that the police headquarters brass has decided at its own level that she will be entitled, and here comes double whammy. She's the only individual in this entire list of 68 people who is also entitled to 3 screeners. Now, I'm quite sure that the viewers would be disgusted to hear this, but I'm duty bound to inform them about this. Now, the screeners in this case means that the individuals who are frisking, like a private security person would do at a private residence, that's the usual practice, or just checking who is entering inside, are also provided at the government cost. So 3 Delhi polices, specially trained security personnel, are deployed only for frisking individuals. Now, Mrs. Vadra and her son and everybody else lives in one of the poshest locality of New Delhi, New Friends Colony. They have a big bungalow there. We have the visuals of that bungalow.
Yeah.
And in such a situation, most people even in that locality do have private security guards. But here is a government, sponsored security cover for an individual who just, the reasons mentioned, mother-in-law of Srimati Priyanka Gandhi. And they also have screeners at their house. So I think to the common man and the ordinary taxpayer, the situation would sound extremely disgusting, but that's how it has been running. And I can also tell you another fact, that this was a much more elaborate security cover during the UPA 1 and 2, but it was downgraded later at various levels once the NDA government came into power. The number of men deployed, the round-the-clock security stayed, but the number of men deployed, probably because in all probability there is a harakiri going on. These men have not been properly accounted for by the Delhi police, and therefore to give such an elaborate security ring was no more possible. So 6 men have in a way been siphoned off from the regular security grid and placed at Miss Maureen Vadra's disposal, her private residence's disposal.